Go ahead and listen in here live on Live Impact News on WCNC Plus.
Including in disaster-stricken areas. In both of my Helene budget requests, I requested additional funding for North Carolina Legal Aid and Pisgah Legal Services. Their work has been instrumental in protecting residents from scams that often pop up after storms and to resolving ownership issues necessary to resolve in the long-term recovering process. So I continue to urge the General Assembly to allocate additional funding for these programs on a going forward basis. So while this bill is not perfect, it represents an important step forward in protecting North Carolinians from serious crimes. And I'm grateful to the bill sponsors, Senator Danny Britt, Buck Newton, Warren Daniel, and Representative Carson Smith. I'll now invite forward Elizabeth Watson, Executive Director of the North Carolina Victims Assistance Network, to speak to the bill. Elizabeth?
Good morning. I first want to thank Governor Stein and his team, Morgan, Madison, Bethany. Morgan, what will we do without you today? My name is Elizabeth Watson. I serve as the Executive Director of the North Carolina Victim Assistance Network. And when I say I serve, I mean that I'm honored to serve. We are a North Carolina statewide nonprofit with a mission that provides direct services to loved ones of homicide victims and others harmed by violence, as well as training for allied professionals. Through NCVAN, families across 100 counties of North Carolina can receive grief counseling, weekly support groups, court advocacy and travel assistance when attending homicide trials, information on crime victims' rights, and connection to compensation and other resources. NCVAN was founded in 1986 by loved ones of homicide victims, and our Crime Victims Memorial Garden is just 1 block away on East Lane Street, where a plaque states, "Victims' voices, silence no more." Today, this bill offers support to crime victims in North Carolina, and it is a reminder that they have not been overlooked. A restraining order or a protective order can be crucial for providing victims with physical safety and peace of mind. But for too long, there's been a loophole hindering access to that protection. Senate Bill 429 fixes that problem. Now, if domestic violence happens in North Carolina, the victim can obtain a protective order from our state's court system, whether the victim is a North Carolina resident or not. This bill also makes it easier for victims of crime to receive financial assistance, and I mean all crime victims. Currently, victims only have 72 hours to file a report under the Crime Victims Compensation Act. When a person is a victim of crime, that's not nearly enough time. This bill extends the filing time to 6 months, allowing victims space to begin to process the shock and trauma without a looming deadline. Crime victim compensation is a vital resource for victims as it helps cover the costs of crime scene cleanup, which can be more than $5,000, funerals, which can be $20,000, medical bills, lost wages, and other expenses. This bill will help us support more people as they navigate the criminal legal process. Thank you to the General Assembly for passing this bill and to Governor Stein for signing it into law. And I'll turn it back to Governor Stein for the signing.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Again, I'd like to invite forward the legislators who worked on this bill, and if there are some law enforcement folks who champion this bill, I invite you to join us as well.
Good to see you. No. Hey, sir, how you doing? Good.
Bill is now law.
Once again, we're going to do our legislators, and then we're going to do out.
And right now, you are watching live signing from North Carolina Governor Josh Stein, signing 4 bills this morning from Raleigh. One is the SCRIPT Act, the other is the Public Safety Act, another one, 311, that's the Law and Order Act, and then the fourth is the Military and Veteran Support Act. So he tends to speak, sign a bill, take photo ops with the advocates and lobbyists for that group, and then he moves on to the next bill. So we are continuing to listen in here live on Live Impact News on WCNC Plus.
Quick reset. There's also some seats available if y'all want to sit down.
All right.